maybe?
are?
I don't know, I just made that up.
Oh.
Stretching out.
Like the entire city got on the bus with us.
We got on the bus at the bus station, but so did like an entire factory of people who were going home from work. We made so many bus friends, including a very nice man named Arel who helped us figure out which stop we needed to get off at. I think we're about a 10-minute walk from our Airbnb from here, maybe?
We are?
I don't know, I just made that up.
Oh.
It's really hot out and we're excited to get indoors, drop our stuff, and then explore Berat. We did not expect these roads to be like this. So strong, Steve-O.
I wish there was a drug mule, not a pack mule.
Me too. If you are staying up on a hill in Berat and you arrive at the bus station, just take a taxi and just pay what they are asking. I'm glad we had our fun bus adventure. That was fun, but this blows. When we arrived, the owner's mom said, "Oh, I would have picked you up," but we had no idea that that was going to be so steep or that that was an option.
We need to get rid of more stuff. This bathroom is great because not only can you make eye contact with yourself and contemplate the depths of your soul while you grunt one out, but the neighbors can watch as well. I love Albania.
Get a load of all the wildflowers out here. It was beautiful out, so we decided to take a walk before dinner. Berat's situated on a river with lots of bridges going over it, so we walked over one of them to see what there was to see. The city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and has been since 2005. It is also called the City of 1,000 Windows because, as you can see, there are so many white buildings with windows.
Google told us about a great restaurant called Restaurant Lili, so we made our way over there and found out that Berat is very hilly, but it was definitely worth the steps to get there.
This way?
I think so. I think you're going right.
All right, I'll follow you. Okay, so this is my favorite entrance to a restaurant ever. You are so fluffy.
First, name is dolma. In Albanian language. This is the. We go feast.
Good morning from our guest house here in Berat. We kind of left you last night. We had the best dinner at a place called Restaurant Lili. This place is run by a man named Lili and his wife. The food was fantastic and it is a tiny little place, and there are maybe 8 tables, but everyone's super close together, so we ended up making friends with the people around us.
The titular Lili is the server, and there are no menus. He has a big board that he brings to every table and then explains everything to you, and he is a hoot. He didn't want to let us leave. We were on our way out and he said, "I've got other tables to fill, so you guys need to get out of here. However, here is an entire bottle of raki. Please go sit at the other table and get faced while I helped these people.
We ended up meeting another American man. He is also a digital nomad, but it just kind of happened for him during COVID because his job became remote. We talk about this on our blog, but if you are able to work remotely, it's a great option to leave the US and travel slowly and do your work from the road. This is something we help people with. So if you're in that position and it's something you're thinking about, check out our blog. We have a lot of free resources. It's totally possible to work anywhere in the world if you have a remote job.
We met a German-Swiss couple that is driving their way from Germany all the way to Armenia.
They have a car and then they have a tent that's on top of their car that they sleep in. It's always cool meeting people just doing really out-of-the-box stuff. I just can't stress enough how this is our favorite part of this lifestyle. It's just the amazing people you meet, the different ways of living that you learn about. It's lunchtime now, so we're going to head out for the day. From our guest house, it's another 20-minute walk up a hill to get to the castle. And I think we'll go straight to lunch. Apparently this is a living castle, which means that people live inside of it still. Not that the castle's alive. There are restaurants and bars and people's homes inside the castle. We can't wait to see what that's like. So which way do we go? I'm guessing left.
This is the first switchback, I think. We go up around the bend, because we started here, and they go whoop, and then you go whoop.
Oh man, can't wait to get to the top.
Now, the question that all marauding bands such as us ask, how do we get into this castle? Oh, we did it.
We found the restaurant, but
It's closed.
there is a restaurant right across the way that looks great, so we're gonna hit that up.
Hell yeah.
Steve just found puppies. Castle puppies. Look where they live. So we saw that there's an Onufri museum. Onufri is one of the artists who painted iconographic works here in Albania.
We saw a lot of his work when we went to the medieval museum in Gorica.
If you didn't go to the museum in Gorica and you're interested in seeing some incredible medieval art, then it would be very much worthwhile to come to this museum in Berat. But for us, because we've already seen a lot of medieval art, we're going to probably skip this and just walk around in the castle.
This is the Church of St. Mary, Blaherna. It was built in the 13th century, but its main claim to fame is the frescoes painted by Nicolas Onufri, the son of the more famous mononymed Onufri. This is our homie Basil. He told us a way to look inside of the locked church to check out some of the cool frescoes, and took us to some other really good vantage points to take great photos. He told us that he was from that area and gave us some really great tips, and then he asked us for money and disappeared into the shadows. Right next door to the Church of St. Mary, Blaherna, is the Church of St. Nicolas. Built in the 16th century, the church still has some exterior frescoes in this tiny alcove. statue is of Constantine the Great, the Roman emperor from 306 to 337. He was the first Roman emperor to convert to Christianity and founded the city of Constantinople. Why his head is here, I have no idea. This is the Holy Trinity Church, built sometime in the 13th or 14th century. This church combines elements of Byzantine churches as well as Western techniques used in that time period.
Just behind me is the White Mosque. It was built back in the 15th century and it is on top of the castle in the center, as high as you can get. As you can see, this minaret is broken off and it's a fairly small sized mosque, but it was of great importance during that time period. Don't go any further if you're scared.
Oh my goodness gracious. There's bats, there's just like a layer of murk death water in there. And don't fall into this hole.
Yeah, watch out for this hole. Watch out for all the holes. And maybe don't come to the castle like in the dark at night. Stick to the paths. They're lined with flowers. They are very pretty. This is the kind of place that you're just like, this would never fly in America. This is so incredibly unsafe.
You could die so many different ways here. Like, there's a hole right there.
It's incredible to have free reign of a castle, but it's also like, maybe people shouldn't have total free reign of a castle. All right, let's go find this Red Mosque.
Okay.
So there is a cafe up here, and there are a lot of people eating ice cream and drinking water and coffee. Pretty cool place to stop and have a coffee or a drink. So the Red Mosque is just here behind me. There is some differing opinions on when it was built. Some say it was built at the end of the 14th century, but then the castle and this area was invaded in the early 1400s, so it doesn't make sense that it would still be standing if that was the case. As you can see, there's not too much left of it, but it has a very interesting architectural style, and a good portion of the minaret is still intact, which is pretty cool for something that old. We just consulted the map, and this is the Church of St. George. Pretty cool. So we're back where we came from. We walked around the whole place. But we've been wandering around the castle since noon, so we've been in here for about 4.5 hours.
The views are worth the price of admission, which is $0.
Yeah, it's free to get in, free to just walk around and see stuff. We had such a big lunch, so neither of us is very hungry. We think we might do the adult thing and have ice cream for dinner. So we're gonna head down and probably do that.
They really want you to go to this museum, the Erfuno Uezum.
You're proud of yourself?
how is everybody not here in Albania? It is so affordable. People are so nice. It is so beautiful. Really easy to get around. It's not that big. Did I mention it was affordable?
If you're considering traveling in the Balkans or just need a place to go that's cool that you maybe want to travel to or even come work from as a digital nomad or work remotely from, I would definitely recommend Albania.
Yeah, Americans get a year.
Yep.
Sight unseen. You can just show up.
You can show up and stay for a full year. You can come and go.
And if you stay for a year, you have to be gone for 90 days, then you get another year.
We found the Ethnographic Museum. This will be our 4th try at going to an ethnographic museum. They've all been closed everywhere we've been. So,
Oh, yeah.
hoping for the best.
We'll try to go tomorrow.
So we did not have ice cream for dinner in the end because we had,
Pizza and ice cream for dinner.
because we're adults.
We pay taxes.
Seems like everybody has ice cream out here.
It really does. These guys are killing it.
Yeah, and it was really inexpensive ice cream too.
Really cheap.
It was 90 lek for 2 scoops. So we're gonna take a nice walk. It's beautiful right now.
Ow! That's my skin! That's my skin! Ow! Ow! Ow!
One more time.
No!